I'm joined now by Charles Tang. He is chairman of the Brazil-China Chamber of Commerce. He's also a senior fellow at the Center for China and Globalization, a Beijing think tank. Thank you so much for joining us. So, a lot is being said about this Xi-Trump meeting at the G20. Could we see an end to the trade war? Because before it was about managing expectations ahead of this meeting, but what are the expectations as we draw closer to that meeting?
Well, the expectations that the world is looking forward to is an end to what Jack Ma described as the most stupid thing that is happening in the economy, in the world economy today. Although countries like Argentina, Brazil are strongly benefiting from this trade war. Brazil is now exporting about 90% of its soybean production to China. And for its own consumption, Brazil is buying US soybean, which is more than 20% cheaper than the Brazilian and Argentinian soybean. So, and I really, am concerned and feel sorry for the American farmers who dedicated many decades to gain the confidence of the largest market in the world for their products. And like Havas, once the confidence is broken, it's very difficult to glue it together again.
Charles, a lot is also being said about the Trump-Putin meeting that's expected there in Argentina. Will this meeting, will the trade war, will these issues overshadow the G20?
I think that the most important aspect that the world is facing today, even more than the friction between Russia and Ukraine, is really the trade war. Because in the short run, like I said, Brazil and Argentina are benefiting, but in the long run, if it continues, it will be very detrimental and hurt the US, Chinese, and the whole world's economy.
Let's turn to let's turn to the host country for just a moment, Argentina. The economy there in that country is still recovering. The President Mauricio Macri has met with President Xi Jinping a few times already this year, and there will be a state visit after the G20. If you can describe the state of China-Argentina relations right now.
Well, China and Argentina have always had a very strong relationship, and China is the largest buyer of the Argentinian products, such as soybean, beef, and so on. So, and China has also invested over $19 billion into the Argentinian economy, building the two nuclear power plants, the subway in Buenos Aires, and some railway in Argentina. In fact, we've been talking about a railway to export all the Argentinian grain to the west coast of Chile, where a Brazilian group is developing a huge port in Copiapó. And I believe that this will also help, make the exports of Argentinian commodities faster and more efficient and cheaper to China through the Pacific, because Argentina itself does not have very good ports with deep water for larger vessels. So I think that for Argentina, China is a very crucial relationship, as for Brazil as well.
All right, Charles Tang in Rio de Janeiro. Thank you so much for joining us. We are out of time. We appreciate you joining us.